Hi, it's Ashleigh from Sweet Dreams Bake Shop, and welcome back to my channel where I make a lot of cake and cookie decorating tutorials as well as give a lot of baking business tips. So you might have seen my video for Vlogmas yesterday where Aliya and I battled it out in a 20-minute cookie decorating competition. Well, in today's video, we slow things down a bit. We go back and we work on our cookies. They didn't turn out the most perfect, of course, with the limited amount of time, so we decided to add on some detail, and we also wanted to talk a little bit more casually about careers in the baking world. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. These are our cookies that we just finished making for our 20-minute cookie contest, which is crazy that we decorated cookies in that short amount of time. But as you can see, this is not our best work. So what we're going to do is we're going to chat a little with you guys just about our baking journeys, and we're going to fix up these cookies. Alright. Yeah, our brown was like very messed up during this time. Like, look,
I feel like this one is okay.
Yeah, yours is fine, but look at this one, guys. Like, this is not okay.
Mine's better. I did the tap method.
All right.
My star, on the other hand, looks like my sister made it.
So I don't do a whole lot of real-time videos. What kind of got you into doing that?
I just thought that it would be an interesting concept, just like a completely unedited video where all I do is make cakes in silence and you just hear the sounds of the bakery. And I posted the first video and so many people loved it. And I was like, okay, easy for me. I'll just make some more.
I've always found it so tricky, specifically in the bakery that you're talking about, to film, because I always find like the fridge is so loud. Does it just not interfere with your...
It does, like you can still hear it, but I've gotten comments from people saying that they actually like the sound of the fridge.
Oh, interesting. Like if you guys were ever in the back of that bakery, which you won't be, it's so loud, but then you kind of do get used to it, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And you forget that it's on until it turns off.
Yes, totally. And then you don't even notice when it turns back on again. It's much quieter than the old fridge we used to have, or the old freezer.
I'm trying to salvage this, but I can't.
I'm just making her look more like what she was supposed to look like.
That's a good idea. Oh, I forgot to give Santa a beard. I just realized.
But yeah, I just think the real time is interesting too, because I can just kind of show my progress, like how fast I can decorate a cake now compared to like when I first started decorating cakes.
Right.
Forever.
I do love that concept. I think for me, it doesn't work as well simply for the fact that I just have children who are so loud and it's tricky.
Yeah, like when I make those videos, I only do them when I'm opening the shop alone. And I do it before we open. But then I get comments occasionally that are like, why don't you answer the phone? Because we're closed.
Right.
Do you miss working in a bakery?
I do, because it's like the amount that you learn in such a short time is exponential in comparison to what you learn on your own, you know? Like,
yeah.
Because then everything you learn on your own is just that. It's all your ingredients. It's always your ideas, which is somewhat nice. Like, that is kind of fun because then you're always making things that you like. But I think there is something to be said for being forced to do something that is out of your comfort zone. And I really think that that is where you're going to experience a lot of growth.
Totally.
As a cake decorator, as a baker. And I do think that I haven't grown quite as much as maybe I was when I was working at the bakery.
I actually prefer being there much more than baking at home now, because I just love that there's so much space.
Yes.
And it's all for baking.
And yeah, there's no like chicken in the back as you're trying to. I totally get that, because for me, right, I'm very lucky and blessed to be able to have a baking kitchen.
Totally.
All right, see, that's what my Santa was supposed to look like.
That's so cute.
You know, beardy.
You need some buttons.
Yes.
Make them yellow. What else can I fix? My star. I don't even know where to start with that. How can I fix a snowflake? I feel like there's no way to go back. How did you come up with the name Sweet Dreams Bake Shop? I was wondering that.
So I used to actually have a very old name. When I first opened my first online store. But that was actually a partnership that I had. So I legally, because we actually registered the name and everything.
Oh, wow.
So I legally couldn't use it anymore. And I even wanted to like buy her out and stuff. But she wouldn't allow me to, which is fine. I mean, that's her prerogative. Yeah. So I just, you know, left that one behind. And then I thought about why I went through so many names. Like there was one name I went through. It was supposed to be called Redefined Sugar.
Oh, wow.
And it was going to be like, because it was playing off of the idea of refined sugar, as in like making couture desserts or whatever. But the implications of the word refined weren't very good, because obviously we want to stay away from refined sugars. So then I didn't call it that. And then Redefined Sugar just seemed, I don't know, a little bit not like me. So yeah, I kind of just, then I was like, why am I doing this? Why am I baking at all? And it really is because it's my dream. It's my thing. So then that's how I came up with it.
Nice. I like that.
What about you? How did you come up with Rainbow Sprinkles?
Well, it's not Rainbow Sprinkles anymore. Now it's Cake Legend.
Yeah.
Was
Why did
Rainbow
we do Rainbow Sprinkles in the beginning?
So when I started my baking Instagram, I don't remember what I originally put for the name, but it was something just really dumb.
As we all did, I'm sure, in the beginning.
And then I was like, I need a better name. And at that time, that's when I had just started my baking journey, and so many people were like, you're gonna open up a bakery when you're older, like it's gonna be so great. So then I was like, okay, I gotta think of a name that could be for a future bakery.
Yeah.
And I thought for so long, and I couldn't come up with anything. And then actually one night I had a dream that I had a bakery. And
like an actual dream?
Yeah, like a real dream.
Yeah.
That I had a bakery, and it was called Over the Rainbow. And the logo was like this cupcake with like a rainbow arching out of it. And
that is such a cool story.
Yeah, and for some reason in my bakery everything was made of glass, which would not in reality
yes,
be terrible.
That sounds so magical.
Yeah, there was like stained glass everywhere. It looked super cool. And then I woke up and I couldn't get it out of my head, so I grabbed my sketchbook, because I used to be into art, and I drew the logo from my dream. But then I thought, Over the Rainbow sounds too much like the song from The Wizard of Oz. So then I was like, what can I do that's similar to that, but also ties more into baking? And I ended up picking Rainbow Sprinkles.
I love it.
But then I changed it when I went viral on TikTok, because I felt like all of the popular creators on TikTok at that time had very like unique, fun names.
Yeah.
And my name sounded too like a business name. So I was trying to think of something that's more casual and more fun. And Cake Legend was actually my Minecraft username. So
you little nerd, you.
So I took it from my Minecraft username and changed it to Cake Legend.
I love that.
And then eventually I was like, I feel like my Instagram and YouTube should have the same name, so I changed it on Instagram.
I'm actually surprised that you got the name Cake Legend.
On Minecraft?
No, on like TikTok and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm surprised it wasn't taken.
Yeah, on TikTok it's just Cake Legend. On Instagram it's Cake Legend with an underscore at the end.
Right.
But the weird thing is if I search up Cake Legend to see what account stole my name, nothing comes up.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's weird, but whatever.
Yeah, I was surprised I actually got Sweet Dreams Bake Shop because I know that there are other places called that, like in the real world.
On Instagram, isn't it SD Bake Shop though?
It is. But for YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
I was just surprised.
I don't know what to do with this star. The middle star doesn't even look like a nice star.
I'm gonna use some of your green here.
I should just go on top of it. Would you ever go to baking school if you had the time and the chance?
I always wanted to. Like, I always wanted to, like, I don't know, go to Paris.
Ooh, train in Paris?
And, like, learn, you know? But just for fun.
Yeah. The star is not looking too good. So much icing on this cookie.
That is the struggle.
That's okay.
We're gonna have to make so many icing transfers with all this leftover icing.
Do you feel like you've made a lot of friends through baking?
I do. And that was kind of like one of the things, because my Instagram was never popular. Like when I originally started, it just never took off, ever. I was never Insta famous or whatever. Still not. But it was great that after my channel kind of took off more, that I was able to get to a place where I could actually talk to people and people would come to me for advice, or like, you know, you see like it's a very different community on YouTube versus Instagram.
Yeah.
So it's like I could actually see people, the same people commenting and just, you know, just being happy for you when you accomplish something. Even when it's something silly like, oh, look how smooth I got this cake, you know?
Yeah. You know what I should have done? I should have just made it match your star, just covered it in white.
Sorry, friend.
It's too late now. Maybe I can just put some sprinkles on it, call it a day.
It's interesting. So today we used Wilton meringue powder. And it does not hold nearly as well as the other meringue powder that I use.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, it's already gone so soft. Because, like, this texture here is what I used for this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? I mean, it works for the beard, but it's just like...
Yeah.
And actually, we're going to go back into the beard and I'm going to texture it some more.
I don't know what I'm making. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave the star alone. I don't want to deal with it anymore.
When all else fails, you always stick it into the oven so you can get it hard, the surface.
And then scrape everything off.
No!
I'm gonna give my deer a little green bow tie.
I'm gonna stick these. Oh, I forgot the feet. So you're working on getting your red seal for baking.
Yes, I am.
And do you have any kind of ideas about what you might want to do after that?
Honestly, no. I'm gonna be getting it, hopefully, next year if I pass.
Which you will.
And it'll be before I turn 22, which is crazy because you need so much work experience to even be able to do the test.
Yeah, and you've gotten that.
Yeah, there's so many options and like I have so much time to figure it out. But I still don't know what my end goal is, so I feel like I need to figure that out first.
Right.
But I feel like since I'll have it and I'll have like more opportunity, I should use it. I could go work in all these different places and get tons of work experience and then decide what I want to do after.
Would you ever want to go the restaurant route?
I don't know. I feel like restaurant work is more intense than...
Definitely. Like working at an upscale restaurant would be quite intensive.
And I feel like it could be fun for a while, but I feel like being under so much stress like that for so long, like I would just start to not enjoy it.
Right.
Because that's not fun. But I'd be totally like willing to try it just for a little bit, see what that's like.
Would you want to work in like a downtown Vancouver restaurant?
The only thing is I don't want to have to go all the way downtown every day.
It is far, right?
Yeah. Like I already have to drive far enough to get to where I'm working now. It takes like half an hour.
Yeah.
On a weekday. Going downtown would take even longer. And living downtown sounds like an even worse idea.
No one can live there.
Yeah. It's too expensive. Wow, that's so nice. So yeah, I don't know. I'll just have it and it'll just be a flex that I have it.
Yeah. Look at what I've got. No, but it opens like so many doors for you, you know? And if you do just want to continue working as a cake decorator, I shouldn't say just, because that is such a great job too.
I do enjoy like the other things that like we've done in school, like making like little tiny pastries, for example, like little tarts, little mousse cakes.
Yes.
They're fun to do, but I feel like doing it as like an everyday job would get so
taxing.
Or it would just
Is
get
it a mental boring?
Yeah, because it's more like a mental, like you have so much to do and you have to make sure that you get it all done that day.
That's true.
And a lot of it...
Like, what if you mess up a batch?
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of it is like just making the components like over and over again, like ganaches, mousses, like a crumble, like all these different things. So I feel like that's why it would be boring. Whereas like cake decorating is like you're making like this nice cake, like a nice work of art, and it can be different.
And it's always different, right? Even when they order the same thing.
Yeah. And even just like doing stuff like the cupcake decorating too, I feel like it's so satisfying and so fun to do, where it's like if you're making just a big batch of ganache, it's just like, okay, I did this ganache.
For sure.
You missed one.
Classic.
What would you do if you had a red seal? Right now, if you had your red seal all of a sudden.
My goodness. I don't know. Honestly, like running a cake business is very different than my current job. Because it's one of those jobs where you get to go there and then you work and then you're done. And if you take work home with you, it's because I feel you're going above and beyond what is expected. Whereas this is like, you have to take it home. Sometimes there is no choice, or you have to wait there for, 14 hours until all those cakes are done. Yeah. So I think that at this stage in my life, just with having young children and everything, I would not open up my own bakery. Even like working at a restaurant would be really hard because the hours are just erratic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another thing too.
I'd probably go the teaching route, honestly. Like I would
Just stick with it. Oh, like teaching cake
yeah,
stuff.
like teaching
I
cake
see.
stuff, but I don't know in what capacity that would look like.
I don't know if I could ever teach.
It is like a different set of skills, like altogether, right? A huge shout out and thank you to Aliya, cake legend here on YouTube. She does a lot of real-time cake decorating and cupcake decorating videos, so definitely go and check her out. Link in the pinned comment below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you can be part of the Sweetie fam. Right now, I'm uploading every single day for Vlogmas, so be sure to come back tomorrow for the next day of Vlogmas. Also, be sure to comment, request, or ask a question. I love hearing from you guys. Bye!